Tell me about yourself. Hi, my name is James Nierenberg. Currently, I'm a freshman at Temple University. Right now, I'm undecided. However, I will be switching to the Fox School of Business at the start of next semester. I grew up in a small town called Montgomery, New Jersey. It's located right near Princeton, in that central Jersey area. In high school, I did 3 main clubs, and I was also part of the political debate team in my school. The first club I did was soccer, and I had played soccer before that on a club team since about the age of 10, and I played since then. I played soccer on my freshman team. I was captain of the junior varsity team my sophomore and junior year, and then I played for the varsity team my senior year. Besides soccer, I also like to fence. I did fencing only for my freshman and sophomore year, simply because it took up too much time, and I wasn't too passionate about it. Right now, I am part of the fencing club at Temple. However, I only do it just to improve my skills. I'm not very competitive in that aspect when it comes to fencing. In addition to fencing and soccer, I was also I'd managed the dive team at my school. That was a position I was really worried about. I sort of jumped into that role, and I can't be more grateful for it. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about leadership, and overall, it was a great experience. Outside of school, I had a few jobs. Starting in 8th grade, I babysat for a lady I was very familiar with, and since then I've been babysitting her kids, and other people's that she's connected me with. In addition to babysitting, I also worked for a catering company for 2 years, and my past 2 summers I've spent working at a YMCA Camp Mason. Accomplishment in your life. Working at Camp Mason has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. It really has developed me as a person and my team working abilities. My first year at working at camp, I was 16. I was the youngest staff member, and I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to perform as well as the other veterans there. I sort of hopped into this role. I had been a CIT in the year before, which means I was a counselor in training, so I learned a lot from that. But I wasn't sure if I was quite ready for this big role that I was about to take on. I was about to be in charge of 7, 8-year-olds all the way up to 13 and 14-year-olds, and it was a lot for me to take in, and so I just did what my gut told me to do. I worked really hard the entire summer. I talked to people. I was asking, what can I do better? What should I be doing? I communicated well with the rest of my team and everyone else who was on staff. At camp, we have a staff about 85 to 90 people, and so everyone really has to work well together in order to achieve our goal, which is to give the kids the best summer of their lives. At the end of my first summer working, we had a staff awards ceremony, and I was awarded best camp counselor of the summer, and this was a huge deal for me. I wasn't expecting it whatsoever. I was very unsure of my abilities, but after that, it was sort of just confirmed that what I had been doing was right. I was very proud of this achievement. This is definitely one of the biggest achievements I've gotten in my life. This award was voted on by the administrative staff at camp versus one person deciding. So it made me feel excellent knowing that more than one person agreed I did well, I performed well. Tell me about something you learned in class. Class so far this year has taught me a lot, from how to be a high-performing team all the way up into the norms and culture of a company. Not only that, I've learned the importance of reading the Wall Street Journal, and I've gotten into the habit of looking at it at least once or twice a day whenever I have 10 or 15 minutes of free time. In fact, this morning I was reading the Wall Street Journal, and I read about how the batteries in electronic cars, or batteries in general, are becoming more powerful. Scientists are figuring out new ways to modify batteries, lithium-ion batteries, to use more silicon in order to get more charge and be able to go further. Back to learning about a high-performing team and norms and beliefs, I found it really interesting that a lot of what I was being told, I had already shown myself, and I've already been, like, people have shown it to me. Back to the camp story, we had very good conflict between all of us, and it was all task-based conflict. It wasn't, none of it was relationship conflict. It was more so geared towards how can we make this better? How can we make that better? We were able to communicate well with each other, and that really made us into a high-performing team. Along with that, I think the chapter on norms and culture of a company, I thought was very interesting, simply because we talked about how companies can acquire other companies through acquisitions, and I thought it was interesting to see that more than 50% or almost 50% of acquisitions fail due to the fact that companies cannot adapt culture quite properly. I think that's very interesting, because when you think about businesses acquiring other businesses, you think more of just money buying something, but it's more than that. You have to have compatible people, and I think that was very interesting to learn about.